Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today we're at my friend Lauren's house and we are gonna do a tour of her very cozy cottage, like European cottage Christmas dream home. I honestly feel like I am in a movie when I am here. It is so cozy. I'm literally getting chills right now even just describing it. It's so sweet in here. It's so cozy. Lauren has gone above and beyond for Christmas. She has 2 little girls and I told her, you are seriously creating core memories for your girls with all of this decor and this Christmas magic. So I asked her if we could come and film and do a proper home tour. I gave you guys a little bit of a sneak peek when we came here like a week ago for the game and she was down. So I'm gonna have her walk us through her home. Also, Lauren is my friend who hosts the cookbook club. So she is like the queen when it comes to seriously curating and like creating that scene, the vibe, the feeling, and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's just let Lauren walk us through her home.
Welcome to my home. Come on in. This is my little cottage. It's 1,200 square feet. And we bought this house, I want to say, gosh, 8 years ago or something. 2016? I don't know, 8 years ago. Anyway, so we've done like a lot to it, although it was renovated before the homeowners, before we actually knew them that we bought it from. And they had done like a ton. And they lived in this house for like, I want to say 2 years, but they got a ton done. Like, anyway, but right when we moved in, we like did new windows, a bunch of stuff. So anyway. But I kind of went all out for Christmas. I mean, I don't know, it's hard not to when you have kids because you just kind of want to make it extra magical. And I swear just like since having kids, I just like have been tapping into that nostalgic decor, but then obviously nostalgic Christmas because I just love all those nostalgic 90s movies. I swear the 90s have the best movies of all time. And me and my husband talk about that all the time. But one of my favorite directors is Nancy Meyers. She's like a huge inspiration. Her home sets, design sets in her films are like just amazing. And if you just like, I'll like pause and watch. And anyway, I just am so inspired by her stuff. And so anyway, if you've seen the movie The Holiday, I love Jude Law's house with the 2 little girls. Anyway, that scene, you guys gotta watch it, but that's kind of my inspiration for my home decor for Christmas this year. Okay, welcome to my kitchen. We just did the flooring this year, and it was one of my favorite things. I kept going back and forth about it, and I was like, no, I need it. It's such a European feel, it's timeless. I kept going back and forth if I should do black or white or marble or anyway. So I'm just really happy with it, and I have been going with the maximalist vibe, as you guys can see. But Andrew's mom gave us his grandma's copper, and I had them in my garage forever. Like I hadn't figured out a place for them, and then it just hit me because I was like, where do I put stuff? I just scratched it all the rules, all the things I had in my head, because I think for so long that simplicity vibe, kind of that beige white, I wanted the whole house. I painted the whole house white, and then I just kind of realized I was like, I like a little bit of that maximalist. Like I just realized the more is more for me, and it makes me happy to see things in every corner, which I know that's not everyone's vibe, but I love it. And so anyways, we put up copper everywhere, his grandmother's copper, and then I've been just adding to the collection, thrifting it. Friends have gifted me stuff. It's just been so fun. So, and Brandy's like been inspiring me too. She's like, you need to put copper everywhere, like on the walls. I'm like, yes, okay. So anyway, the copper actually, Andrew's grandmother, Dorothy, is who we named our daughter after. So anyway, it's kind of special having her stuff in our house because, you know, it's fun to tell my daughter, like, oh, that's who you were named after. And these, okay, so these wreaths, actually Brandy told me about these wreaths. These wreaths are so good. You should link them.
I'll link them.
They're so good. And I've actually, they're, I feel like fake stuff is spendy. So Brandy always said, like, just get a little bit every year. So I was like, okay. So I've just been kind of collecting a little bit every year. But I love these. These are custom. I do like little workshops, little holiday things here and there. But the woman that made these lives in London, and she monogrammed them for everyone at the workshop. And her stuff is just so good. She actually did our tree topper too, which I'll show you guys. But she does like custom stuff. So she like totally worked with me on on a like a classic tartan. Okay, when we were in Turkey, our friend who lives in Turkey, she's Turkish, she like knows all the rug people. So she like she picked these out. They're amazing. They're handmade, one of a kind. And that's something I always wanted. So when we went to Turkey, it was like one of the things that I was like, I have to have a Turkish rug. So I actually got 3 of them. So I got one right here in the kitchen, and then 2, or 1 for the hallway and then 1 for the entryway, which is so amazing. And then her funny thing is that she's like, Lauren, these will outlast you. Like, you will be giving these to your kids, and your kids will be giving them to their kids. So they're an investment, but totally worth it. Okay, so this is one of my favorite things that I found actually last year. My friend, she sent me a picture. She's like, you have to go get it. It was kind of spendy. And I was like, I am on the hunt for the perfect nostalgic Santa plate for my girls to remember every year, to put, you know, just that nostalgic piece that we all have that you'll remember for the rest of your life, like making Santa's cookies, rolling out the dough, and having Santa's cookies on this Santa plate. It's a hand-painted piece from 1970s. Anyway, it's one of my favorite treasures. I feel like it's blue eyes and like rosy cheeks. I just am obsessed. These cups I got from, it's funny, I got a few from an estate sale. I didn't have a full set. My grandma passed away last December, and we were all going through her stuff. Like, my cousins know I love vintage, and they're like, Lauren, just what do you want? Like, just anyway, I found the other set, so it's so fun. And my grandma was so cute. She never used anything nice. Like, she literally had pearls with tags on them. Like, it was so cute. She had them in the box, never used, and I just think they're the most sweetest things, and I love having them out and remembering her, especially around Christmas. I even got a few mugs from her because I actually have been collecting Santa mugs for a while, and it's so fun. I have like these are from her. I have a bunch of her Christmas stuff all around, and it's just so nostalgic for me. And anyway, oh, this pomegranate we got in Greece, and it's hand painted from an artist. It's leather, and pomegranates are actually really cool. They in Greece on New Year's Eve, they smash pomegranates on New Year's Eve as good luck to bring in for the new year. Okay, you guys know, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but I love blue and white. Okay, so we were at me and Brandy were at a local market here. It's called Junk in the Trunk. It happens like twice a year. So we always go together, and it was so funny because one of our friends she was a vendor across the way from this vendor that had these chairs. And she's like, Lauren, those chairs are made for you. You gotta go see them. And we went over there, and I was freaking out. They were $50 each, right?
Yeah, I think
I got 6 of them, and they literally roll. They're custom. These are custom pieces. I freaked out when I found them. Anyway, it just kind of ties in because I have a lot of blue and white everywhere. I collect blue and white plates, and I have so much blue and white. I mean, the thread maker made this custom bow, and I wanted a huge over-the-top bow for my tree. I got a new tree this year, actually. It was really funny. Andrew's like, Lauren, I think we need a bigger, because I collect ornaments. I'll tell you guys about that in a second. But he's like, Lauren, you need a bigger tree so you have more ornaments to put all your ornaments on. You need a bigger tree to put all of them on. And I was like, oh my gosh, you are speaking my language. So we got this new tree at Target this year. I think it's like a really good deal, and I think it looks good. It's like a 7-foot one. I added these. Brandy always has the best links. These are amazing. Everyone needs them. And I went crazy with the tinsel. But one thing I will say about tinsel, I think to kind of make it very, what's the word? Like full, like that nostalgic, really abundant layered, is just layering 3 different kinds or more of tinsel. So I have like 3 different kinds in here. I have the thick silver, and then I've kind of got, I saw this one from Amazon and I was like, yikes, I do not like it. But once I put it on the tree, I was like, actually I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. And then I have this like thinner stuff up here. And honestly, tinsel is so easy to put on, and it's really fun with the kids. Like, they loved it. It was hilarious. You guys should have seen the tinsel was everywhere. And then for ornaments, I just have been collecting them since I was a kid. My mom, every year on Christmas Eve, wraps up an ornament that has to do with something that year. So it could be like an accomplishment, it could be something funny. Anyway, just anything that kind of just to remember that year. And so I started collecting, and then once we got married, I had like a bunch from, you know, every Christmas, my mom giving them. And then I kept that tradition going. And then to the point where, like, anytime we go on a vacation or trip or something, I get an ornament at that place. Like when we were in Holland, I picked this up. So I just have been, and I just pick them up. I just love them. And I go vintage shopping, find vintage. I have a bunch from my grandmother on here. This Wedgwood one I'm obsessed with because my daughter's first birthday was Wedgwood themed birthday party. It was so fun. And then, oh my gosh, my friend handmade this for Dottie's first birthday. It kind of cracked from the heat of Arizona in the attic, so now I'm kind of sad about that. But anyway, isn't it so pretty? And then I have, gosh, I mean, just an array of ornaments. And this is just our journal tree. One day I'll have another tree that's more like stylized. But anyway, I threw on colorful bows. I was like, do I do a certain color? But I feel like with my tree, it's so colorful. I was like, screw it. We're just gonna do all the colors of ribbon. And honestly, I feel like I could add more ribbon. I feel like more is more. Anyway, okay, so for the shelves, I just kind of been collecting little things like, you know, vintage. These are my grandma's. And anyway, I've been collecting nativities, and I had gotten that origami one when we were in Oregon. I was obsessed with it. Couldn't stop thinking about it. Ended up finding it on eBay. And anyway, I just love it so much. And then I have these, I made custom candles. Speaking of Oregon, I made these candles, and it literally smells like Oregon. When you're shopping for a Christmas tree in Oregon, that's what it smells like. So if you ever wanted to experience that, you gotta smell this. It's so good.
You gotta go check out her.
I wish you could smell it.
Yes, and I'll put your Instagrams.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so nostalgic. Like Oregon, I do miss that so much. Like going to pick out, cutting down your Christmas tree. It was so nostalgic. Also, when I was shopping today, you know, I'm hosting tonight, and I was like, I need a quilt in this area. And my friend Ashton was like, you need like a fun Nordic, Scandinavian, like, you know, that iconic red and white quilt, like for Christmas, European vibes. That's what I am just so inspired by, is all the European style. So anyway, I found that to be for $45. It's like brand new. And I love that it has roses, because not your typical Scandinavian red and white quilt, but it has roses. My daughter's name is Rosemary, but we call her Rosie for short. And I just love it because it reminds me of her. Okay, so I did this advent calendar in honor of my grandma, because every year she would send a huge box, and then on December 1st it would be individual wrapped gifts, family gifts. So like family centered activities, like go ice skating, and then she would like have a check in there for us to go ice skating, or like she would have a DVD in there for us to like watch for movie night. It was so magical, and it was one of the most nostalgic things growing up. So I wanted to create that for my girls, and I got this like calendar, advent calendar from Gathered Mats, and it's so fun because you can like actually put stuff in them. And I just have like little cards made out, make an orange garland, and then like a little dried orange. And then this is my grandma's ornament. It's so cute. My uncle gave it to me because my middle name is Janice. So he's like, Lauren, this is for you. Like, you have to have this. And anyway, I thought it was just kind of cute up there. And then I've just been collecting like little matching things for the girls. Like, oh, this is from the Threadmaker too. She made these little clips. So I think they're gonna wear these for Christmas Eve service or something. But anyway, so it's kind of fun, filled with all the little cute things and little activities. Watch your favorite Christmas movie. Anyway, okay, so I have been collecting art for some time, but actually, Brandy, you came over. We were watching Zach and Andrew. They're hanging out. I feel like we were watching some show, and then I had all this art, and Brandy's like, "Let's just do it." And we didn't measure anything.
No.
We didn't do crap. I think we just literally hammed it out. That looks good. Like, put it up. So it was really fun, and I think it's a fun memory. That we just kind of whipped this up one night. It was really funny. And I actually get so many compliments on this. And it is like one of my most treasured things, like seeing it. I had this for years, just blank. And it always made me sad. And now it's just a happy place. And I have it floor to ceiling. And I've been collecting this art from everywhere. Like in Oregon when we go every summer. Me and Brandy are from the same hometown. And so anyway, I just kind of collect and collect. So yeah, and I have even art down here that needs to be put up, but I honestly kind of love just like the European vibes of just kind of sitting there. And then this was really fun. My girlfriends, Ashton and Tatum, we should put their Instagram, they have vintage shops. They were over and they helped me decorate for Christmas, and I am forever grateful because Ashton's like, you need a cookbook like area, like to put all your cookbooks. Ashton, I should have you talk about this. She's cooking in there. Anyway, so
because Lauren is the cookbook queen.
I collect cookbooks. I read them. They're on my nightstand. It's like I am obsessed. One day I'm gonna have a cookbook. I don't know exactly when, but I already have like 70 recipes like done. So it'll be happen eventually. But anyway, so I just collect them. I'm obsessed with them. And I have them everywhere. And one day I'm gonna have like a floor-to-ceiling built-in bookshelf. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. So I just love them. Vintage, I love the vintage ones. I love the new one. I love it all. Last year it was like, I swear that's when I like started tapping into all the nostalgic. My mom had these iron stocking holders growing up. So when I found them, actually I got this at Ashton's shop last year too. She was like, it'd be perfect for Dottie because I've just been loving the blue and whites of her. But anyway, so I just started collecting these guys and then it kind of formed from there. Well, anyway, it's kind of a funny story. So I'll try to make it quick. But anyway, I'm obsessed with Nancy Meyers, and Nancy Meyers' daughter has an Instagram that my friend told me about because she's like, you're going to be obsessed with this Instagram. It's like the Oak House, I think is what it's called. Anyway, her daughter is renovating her home in Beverly Hills, and she posted about stockings from England that she loved. And I was like, I have to buy them. And it was like, the total was gonna be like $550 for 4 stockings. And my husband freaked out. And I was like, oh, but I want them so bad. Like, I want the vintage and the nostalgic and the modern. Anyway, so long story long, my mom was in town while we were in Europe babysitting. And I asked her, I was like, Mom, I have all this fabric that I had been collecting from estate sales. And I was like, do you think you can make stockings? Because she made our stockings growing up. And she's like, yeah, I can do them. So I actually, for the cuff, because I really wanted names, that was one of the big things I wanted, we did them out of napkins, vintage napkins that I got in an estate sale. I loved these napkins so much. And she even did the insert. How cute. Well, anyway, the monogram or the embroidery wasn't done. And so these weren't on there. But my friend, Colette, from Mother Daughter Mercantile, she says vintage shop too. She sewed them and she made little bows. And I actually got these bows. It was a napkin too. One napkin made all these bows. And anyway, I just love it. It was a very team effort kind of a thing, but I love how they turned out, and I saved a bunch of money.
And it's more special.
It is, and they're one of a kind, and that's like something that, and it's also special that my mom made them too. Like, I don't know, I love them, and it'll be a fun memory because we had to go to, I think we had to go to Joann's, and I think we had to like figure out. Anyway, we had to figure out what kind of thread to do, and anyway, so it was a fun memory.
We have guests, or Lauren has guests, not me.
You're helping.
Anyway. Guests arriving. So we're gonna wrap this up, but you guys, you have to go over. Where can they find you to see more stuff?
Well, I guess just the Lauren style. My Instagram is probably the best. That's where I'm pretty active on there, with reels and stuff. But but the bathroom, I guess I should talk about.
Yeah, because you were talking about the candle. You're talking about Oregon.
Speaking of Oregon, so I was gonna say we're huge Oregon Duck fans. We both graduated from University of Oregon. My husband's an obsessed fan. So I really wanted to, like, I don't know. I was like, okay, Oregon Ducks. Like, I don't want to do something cheesy. So what I came up with was just a duck bathroom. But I collect all these ducks, brass ducks everywhere, and I painted the bathroom like a forest green. It's like a magnolia color. I forget what it's called, but I just decided I'm going to tap into the green, and then, So I just been, I should show you this. This is so fun. I got this at a vintage store here, and I found this random bow in the garage of an estate sale, and I'm literally so obsessed with it. I tied it on him, and it's there to stay. And I have been just adding and adding more. I guess you should show the little shelf. Yeah, so anyway, so I just started collecting like ducks, and I don't know, it just kind of became the duck bathroom, the Oregon duck bathroom, and I've just been kind of adding duck art and things like that. So it's kind of fun. And then when we were in Turkey, obviously, I had to get some Turkish towels. Okay, so this bow I got from a shop. She made, anyway, so I was telling you about Tatum, who helped me decorate too. I found this in London when they were in London. And anyway, I just love it. It's so cute. And anyway, I'm gonna tie up the bow, okay? But time ran out, but I'm gonna have the bow up and it'll look cute, okay? Just trust. Maybe follow a reel. Maybe I'll post a reel about that. But these little bows, I just love having the girls as pictures. I do heirloom photos. I'm a photographer. And I do little heirloom photos every year. So I thought this would be kind of cute. And these are actually from a ship. And they're vintage and I'm obsessed. And anyway, my friend had given me these. She didn't need them anymore. And I was like, hey, can I have them? So anyway, I think they're perfect for the girls' room. One last thing. This is my favorite piece of art. People ask me all the time, what's your favorite piece? By far this piece. You guys, I had been looking at this piece. Okay, it's in like a coffee shop, a local coffee shop, like / vintage store. And I was just loved it so much, but I'm like, it's so expensive, you know. Anyway, but I had never seen anything like this. And I have, like I said, my friends that have these vintage shops, they had never seen anything like this. And they're like, you have to get it. Anyway, it was Mother's Day weekend. And I was like, Andrew, I found myself a gift. And I just love it because it reminds me of my little Arizona babies. We have both our girls here in Arizona. And citrus is a huge thing here. It's my favorite part of the year is when the citrus is like all ripe on the trees. And it's just, I love this painting. Anyway, it's very, very old. The woman that got it was from Boston. And I forget what market. She told me the market.
Brimfield, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where they found it. Anyway, so I adore this. And anyway, I got the little turtle doves from IKEA. I'm telling you, IKEA. My friend Ashton told me about IKEA. It's brilliant. I'm like, okay, I'm obsessed. And anyway, blue and white plates, obviously. Those are from Portugal. I have them everywhere, you guys. I love blue and white. And I love paper chains. I feel like it's just so the holiday. I love it. Anyway, well, that's all.
That's all you have time for today, but maybe we can come back. Yeah,
they're like cut the fudge. I've got to get my like guest goodies and all the things.
Yeah. So, well, thank you because I know it's already stressful hosting. No, thank you for taking us around. Yes.
I hope you guys liked it. I hope. Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much it.